Hey everyone, thanks for coming back to the channel. This is a little video about, wait for it, mouthpieces. Yeah, great, I know. How many of you switched off already? So, I hope you've watched the video that I've just put up about free buzzing, because this actually ties in quite importantly to where I am with mouthpieces. Sorry, talk away from the mic. Where I am from mouthpieces at the moment. Now, I know for a fact my focus isn't going to work enough on this, but essentially, this is what I was on, and this is what I am on. This is like the difference between now AR resonance, which these guys are. AR call this one, this is the S lead rim or the S rim, and they say that this is around about a Schilke 11 rim. This guy here, they call it the VS rim, and they say that this guy here is around about a Schilke 6 rim or 6A4 on their designation on their comparison chart. So, how did I get to here? By doing the free buzzing and really trying to work on the free buzzing, I realised that there was a lot more freedom, or there was a lot more that this thing here, our aperture, etc., could do if we weren't pinching it all the time. Check out the free buzzing video to see what I'm talking about. What I realised was that I had some aspects of my playing that I wasn't fantastically enamoured with. One of them is an airiness in my sound. Throughout the low to medium register, unless I would probably kind of like turning on the juice a wee bit, playing softly, there would be an airiness to the sound. I'll try and demonstrate now. This is the S rim, but it's a lead plus. I never really used this cup because I don't know if I'll be able to get this to focus at all. Let's see if I do a wee camera adjustment. It's not the shallowest of mouthpieces by any means whatsoever, but in comparison to the standard sized or depth lead cup, so this is, there we go. This here is the cup that I'm on now. There's an ever so slightly perceptible difference in this one being slightly shallower. Okay, anyway, so back to oh, messed up all the focus now. Yeah, so I'll try and demonstrate a little bit. This one here is the S Lead Plus, so the slightly shallower version. Actually, doesn't sound too bad tonight. But in general, there would be an airiness to the sound. And I had a lesson with Louis Dowdeswell about some Reinhardt material. And one of the things, yeah, it was 10 o'clock in the morning. One of the things that he commented on was an airiness in my sound. And we did manage to get a nice fuller sound there. And it wasn't always there, but I would say, let's even say 60% of the time, I would have an airiness and not a nice full core center to my sound. So this is what I'm on just now. This is the VS. This is a slightly narrower based on the 6A4 size rim and the standard lead cup that I use. So like down there on that F, it just feels there's a little bit more core to it. And I'm not massively warmed up. I'm just back from exercising and everything else. But in terms of the ease of range and the consistency of sound throughout the instrument, the narrower cup really seemed to make a difference. How did I get to that? Well, going back through the sizes and different mouthpieces, I've always kind of floated around, I suppose, like if I think of a GR, it'd be around the 64, sorry, or 65 style rim. Warburtons were around about a 6. When it was on those Monettes were around about the BL size, the B6L size. So that was always kind of where it was. The first GR, or the GR set that I actually settled on, was the Bergeron. So that, I mean, that's actually around about a 6'3" in a diameter, but obviously it's got the whole kind of weird kind of different cup shape and things coming out to the high edges. Anyway, long story short, a 6A4 came up on eBay for like 40 quid, and it's vintage and it's lovely. I wish I had it with me. It's actually plugged into my CTS kit just now from Larry Mirigiano. Get well soon, Larry. I hope everything works out. And it felt great. And I realised that I could play on it. The only difference was that the way the Schilke cup comes in, there's a little bit of impingement just at that high point of the cup once you come in from the rim. And I noticed that on my own AR lead gear that had that kind of slap type thing, that's what Monette call it. I don't know what AR call it, but it had that little bit more space for the chop on the inside. So I got a hold of a VS rim, and that's what I'm on just now, and it feels fantastic. Now, going back to the buzz thing, by being able to like really focus on the corners here and free up the tension that I had in here, I think that's where the lack, or that's what caused the airiness in the sound. Pinching the embouchure together for range, obviously distorting the airstream, I don't know, in such a way to try and help me get higher registers and everything else in fullness of sound, and not really letting the corners doing the work and not relying on the equipment enough. That's a whole can of worms to get into, maybe for another video, and I want to go and get some lessons with guys like Brian Davis and geez man, there's numerous people out there. Go back and have a chat with Ryan again. Another lesson with Louis. Hopefully get a chat with Tristan, because he's doing some fantastic things on mouthpieces just now, and Michael Barkley as well. So all these guys have gone down the rabbit hole a little bit more than me. So what I'm not saying is go out and buy a new mouthpiece. Go out and try a smaller mouthpiece. What I am saying is try and explore your playing. If there's an aspect of your playing that you can't quite put your finger on, try something you've never done before. Borrow a mouthpiece of a total different size. Obviously, if it's not going to impact your playing, and if you're working at a professional level, then you've got all those considerations. But if you have the time, I had a little bit of time to just explore, and it's not a huge change. It's just a tiny, tiny change. But this all came from, if you watch again the free buzzing video, it all came from this little exercise that I do with my fingers in terms of trying to focus, man. In terms of trying to get this free buzz to happen freely and naturally. And I hope I've not waffled too much. There was even some playing in this video. That's spectacular, isn't it? Anyway, I'd love to hear comments and thoughts about equipment choices and right tool for the right job, etc., etc. The list goes on and on and on and on. But these are my thoughts about making an equipment choice that has benefited me in such a way where it's not just range. I haven't really gained much range, but the quality of sound has improved. Okay, folks, I'm going to try and edit this down. Where are we up to? We're up to about 9 minutes now already. Oh, jeez. If there's anything trumpet related, obviously, that you would like me to go into or have a chat about, maybe even just hear my thoughts on, I'm more than happy to. I'm hoping to spend a little bit more time in the studio, start cranking the videos out a little bit more consistently. I'm not going to say regularly. Consistently can mean, I suppose, once a week to once a month, but a little bit more frequently. There we go. And just looking at aspects of my playing and things that I'm doing. I've mentioned Doc Reinhardt a couple in these last two videos. That's been very, very interesting. And just getting thoughts out there in terms of trying to protect my playing from my teeth, or my teeth from my playing is probably the right way to think about it, and really just enjoy and explore playing. Some of the things I've been working on for jazz, going to be sharing that as well. And that's it really. So thanks again for watching and listening to me talk for almost 9.5 minutes. Hopefully we'll see you out there. Take care, stay safe, stay smart. Thanks. Bye.